So, what do we know about the well-paid tennis players? Professional tennis is a world of competitiveness, intensive training, and enormous pressure. And the most wealthy tennis players are always the finest athletes in the Grand Slam and ATP tournaments. The sport also provides excellent financial and sponsorship opportunities. Today's video will look through the world's most famous paid tennis players. To begin with, look at Novak Djokovic, currently worth $147.1 million. Novak Djokovic's domination is undeniable. Despite his advanced age, the Serbian star unquestionably remained at the summit of his business for a long time. With an annual salary of $38 million, Novak Djokovic has etched his place on the tennis top earners list. With 20 Grand Slam victories and 86 ATP crowns, the Serbian tennis player is widely recognized as one of the best of all time, and rightfully so as the world's current number one. Even though his vaccination status made 2022 difficult for him, Djokovic won $4.2 million in prize money. Most of this money was given to him due to his Wimbledon victory. Because he does not want to play in the forthcoming US Open and already has a significant lead in the all-time earnings list, he may take the rest of the year off without jeopardizing his place atop the list of all-time revenues. He will be the highest paid tennis player in history for the foreseeable future. Roger Federer is ranked second with $130 million. Roger Federer may be the greatest male tennis player of all time, but he is recognized for much more than simply being a moneymaker in the sport. Insider classified him as the world's second highest paid athlete across all sports in 2022, and he did not play in a single game after June of 2021 due to a severe knee problem that necessitated surgery. This was the case even though the injury needed surgery. Forbes believes that the court contributed $700,000 to his entire income for the previous year, a minor portion of his total earnings of $90.7 million. Most of his fortune is derived from endorsement contracts with firms such as Wilson, Mercedes-Benz, Rolex, and Uniqlo, among others. These partnerships have helped him to earn a large fortune. On the tennis court, he made a total of $130,600,000 and won 103 trophies, including 20 Grand Slam titles. He has opted not to play in this year's Wimbledon championship since he has not yet fully recovered from his injury. After that, Rafael Nadal's net worth is predicted to be $123.8 million. Rafael Nadal presently ranks fourth in the world among men's tennis players, has joined rivals Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic in completely dominating the sport of tennis in the 21st century. This accomplishment is especially notable given Nadal's age of 25. As a result, in the roughly 15 years that have followed, very few other guys have been successful in achieving anything of significance. Nadal is currently ranked fourth in the world and has joined the ranks of his competitors in this endeavor. He started 2022 by winning the first two Grand Slam titles, the Australian Open and the French Open. He possesses a record-breaking 22 Grand Slam titles, more than any other athlete in the history of tennis. According to SpotTrack, the Spaniard earned $130.7 million in prize money from various events throughout his 20-year career. However, according to Forbes, he earns nearly twice as much from commercial contracts and celebrity endorsement arrangements. These relationships include collaborations with companies such as Nike, Kia, and Santander. After that, Serena Williams with $94.2 million in earnings. Serena Williams will play in Wimbledon, London's most prestigious tennis tournament, to win the title for the seventh time. She had not competed in any professional event since 2021 when she was injured in the first round of competition. The injury she received was to her right leg. Serena Williams has won 23 Grand Slam singles titles, making her the second most in tournament history after only Margaret Court of Australia. According to SpotTrack, her lifetime earnings of $94.5 million place her on top of the list for all female on-court winners. Her payments are more than double those of Venus Williams, who ranks second on the list. Serena Williams finished 2022 as the 31st highest paid athlete in the world, according to Forbes' ranking of the world's highest earning athletes. Her total earnings for the year were used to determine her ranking. Her fortune was believed to be $45.3 million. According to Forbes, her income is entirely derived from sponsorships and her enterprises, including her investments in new startups through her company Serena Ventures. The lone exception is an amount of $300,000 in cash. Moving ahead, Andy Murray's current net worth is $61.8 million. Even though Andy Murray is no longer in contention for major titles, he remains a popular topic of discussion whenever the subject of tennis is brought up. The 35-year-old British professional tennis player can look back on the 5 years between 2012 and 2016 2016 as unquestionably the greatest of his career. During that time, he won several tournaments, including Wimbledon, where he won 2 titles, and the US Open, where he won 1. Murray has won a total of $598,994 in prize money due to competing at a high enough level this year, and he presently occupies the 50th slot in the worldwide rankings. Pete Sampras ranks second with a net worth of $43.3 million. Pete Sampras set the benchmark for achievement throughout his career, and at his peak, he occupied the top place in the ATP rankings for a total of 286 weeks, putting him third all-time in this category. This domination time was adequately rewarded with a streak of successes in critical competitions, including 7 Wimbledon crowns and a substantial quantity of money, among other accolades and accomplishments. Pistol Pete's career spanned 3 decades, and it concluded when he defeated his longtime nemesis Agassi to win the US Open in 2002. On the tennis court, he is known for his accuracy and power. Caroline Wozniacki is the next richest tennis player, with a net worth of $35.2 million. Although she has yet to win a Grand Slam singles or doubles championship, Danish tennis star Caroline Wozniacki is now among the highest paid athletes in the sport's history. This is even though she has yet to win a Grand Slam title, because she has several off-court sponsorships with companies like Rolex, Proactive, and Turkish Airlines. A significant portion of her earnings is probably linked to her earnings off the court. She was formerly ranked #1 worldwide and had the skills necessary to win a Grand Slam championship. I do not doubt that her present financial situation will change if she ever manages to win a Grand Slam tournament. In 8th place, we have Stan Wawrinka, $34.8 million. Stan Wawrinka first appeared on the tennis scene in 2002, and despite being 37 years old, he is still playing at the highest level. 2002 was his breakthrough year. Between 2014 and 2016, the Swiss professional had his most spectacular success, winning the Australian Open 2014, the French Open 2015, and the US Open 2016. Despite his current tour ranking of 288th, he achieved his most spectacular success during this period, 2016. Furthermore, he reached his highest order around this time while on tour, 2016. Wawrinka is nearing the end of his professional tennis career, yet he can still support himself through the sport. As of this writing in 2018, his playing career has earned him around $280,492 in earnings. Next up is David Ferrer, $31.5 million. David Ferrer may not have won a Grand Slam championship, but he had enough success in his tennis career to propel him to the 8th slot on the all-time earnings list. Ferrer ranks 6th in terms of lifetime earnings. The Spaniard, now the coach of the next player on the list and retired in 2019, holds the record for most ATP Tour matches without ever winning a major championship. He still owns this record even though he is presently coaching the next player on the list. This was done in preparation for his retirement in 2019. Andre Agassi ranks last with earnings of $31.2 million. Andre Agassi is the next opponent. He was another player with a lot of success in the 1990s, as indicated by the fact that he won 8 Grand Slam titles and an Olympic gold medal, among other things. The retired American is married to fellow tennis great Steffi Graf, and the two are the only players in tennis history to have completed a career Golden Slam. In 2006, the American announced his retirement. He and Steffi Graf are the only players to have accomplished a career Golden Slam. The American announced his retirement in 2006. As one might expect, Andre Agassi made significant wealth throughout his tennis career. He won over $31.1 million in prize money from various events. Throughout his career, he received financial aid from companies such as Donnet and Mazda. He and his wife have been working together to create Agassi Graf Holdings since he chose to retire. This organization has made several contributions to improving the global society, including founding the Andre Agassi Foundation for Education and other humanitarian ventures. Well, that marks the end of our video for today. We hope you liked and enjoyed it. On your way out, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.